were you surprised when he vacated the belt, and how did you find out?
I was surprised because I think that's gonna happen because John Jones, he said all these things that he quit, that he will never fight again, he go to heavyweight and stuff like this. So I think that something is wrong with his head, and I think that finally he gonna leave the belt and do something else. And I wasn't surprised.
Oh, okay. So you think that there's something, he's a little restless?
Yeah.
So at the weekend we had Alistair Overeem taking on Augusto Sakai, and I gotta say that's where I want to start because I am in awe, to be honest, of Alistair Overeem, what he's still doing, what he's achieving at his age, and having been around combat sports for so long. It's mind-blowing, right? Without bringing up his entire resume, which would take the whole podcast to do. He made his MMA debut in 1999. Rebecca Sidwick over there listening, Rebecca Bisping, should I say. I met her in 1999. That was 21 years ago, right? I made my debut in professional mixed martial arts in 2004. People talk about me being an OG and a legend and very kind words, but me, Overeem's been at it since 1999. Not only that, he was a K1 Grand Prix kickboxing champion, so he was a very, very accomplished kickboxer. He fought in Pride, fought in UFC. He's just been around forever. He's been close to becoming the champion a few times, but he failed in a few attempts. There was talk there that his chin had gone. When USADA came in, his body kind of changed and things like that. So there's a lot of narratives. There's a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of theories. But here's the fact. He has still got it. He looked outstanding on Saturday night.
How was it going into this fight with him getting so much press and so much attention? Did it change anything for you, or was it another fight for you?
It's just another fight, It's a fist fight,
Yeah.
You cannot focus in too much bullshit around, but it's good. The press is good, It's good because all the press myself or my opponent gets is only going to benefit the winner. So I was happy about the moment, about the momentum, and I was happy this fight got canceled the first time, because now was a bigger place for both guys. It was a bigger fight for both guys, and the winner took it all.
Yeah.
I took his lunch money.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to MMA World on YouTube. This is not a sponsor. This is not a paid endorsement of any kind, but MMA World is a fantastic YouTube channel that gives updates on all the news in MMA, and they do a fantastic job. I watch every episode, and they give us a lot of love, and they put a lot of clips of our show on their show, and I really appreciate that. So I want to give them a shout out. So if you're not already watching them, which you probably are, but if you're not, it's called MMA World on YouTube. They're also on Instagram. Please give them a check out. Again, it's not sponsored. This is not paid. This is just me showing love to somebody who shows us love back. And so just wanted to shout them out real fast.
I think what basically happened then was Dan, maybe it was a fight after that one, Dan was stood up to turn around to do a post-fight interview, and Herb came over to us, sort of into our broadcast position. Now, Matt will know that there's a little bit of space between the apron of the octagon and where the commentators are because of this whole distancing thing. So Herb was the guy that approached Dan. Dan's about to do an interview, and then, so it was very unfortunate. I think Herb maybe thought that because Dan was stood up, he was maybe going to, go to the restroom or something like that. I don't know. But maybe Herb shouldn't have come over to Dan. Maybe Dan shouldn't have used that opportunity to speak to Herb. But at the same time, you know, the referees are in an entirely different hotel, and Dan is so passionate. Like his heart and mind is completely in the right place with this. He wants the best for the sport, and sometimes it doesn't matter whether he's on a broadcast, whether he's at home in his front room. You know, he will say what he thinks is right in defense of fighters' safety and everything else. And
I didn't realize that he came over to you guys. See, I'm glad you said that, because the way the story is reported, and you can never believe it, is that, you know, Herb is doing something and Dan Hardy jumps up like a maniac, and that didn't make sense. This makes perfect sense.
no, I mean, Dan and Paul reacted. Herb heard that, but then after the fact, Herb came over to the broadcast position and started engaging with Dan at that point. You know, Dan would have been, there are no breaks, you know, there's no breaks in it's a marathon commentary gig, you know, we don't have time we move on very quickly, and we were going to maybe talk about it in the post show. And then Herb came over, and then we all know what kind of transpired.
The Damian Maia fight, which I'm told isn't signed just yet, but is something that they want for October. And Dana White, when he told this to the media late last week on Friday, I believe, he mentioned the Maia fight and said that they had another fight before. Like, he didn't even mention your name. He mentioned the Maia fight, but didn't mention your name.
Are you booking him a fight before we potentially go to Fight Island?
Yes. He'll fight here and he'll fight in Fight Island.
But do you have an idea of rankings, who he's going to be fighting? Is he top 15 opponents, or is he just fighting whoever says yes at this point?
We're working on a fight for him here that's still being worked, but we're talking about him and Damian Maia on Fight Island.
What is your reaction when you find out that not only are they booking him against you, but they also have his next fight booked against a legend like Damian Maia?
Look, Ariel, plain and simple, it's disrespect, right? He's got to get through me. Like I said, I have tied for the record most submissions in the middleweight division. I'm a dangerous fighter. I'm a game fighter. And look, I get it. He's undefeated. He's young. He fights just like Khabib, who's on a hot streak right now, got a lot of big following, and I'm pretty sure he took the two closest fights back to back, you know, probably in UFC history. A lot of steam coming in behind his name. But you know what? You know, if you want to root for, and this is the thing, I'm not undefeated, right? Like I said, I'm not going to be the blue chip prospect. But you know what I can do? I can be the Miracle on Ice. I can be Cinderella Man. If you want to watch somebody that's, you know, scratched and clawed their way to get where they're at, then watch me. I got the blood, sweat, and, you know, under my fingernails just from trying to fight my way back in it. And let me tell you something, Ariel. All these young kids coming up that think they can get by with 8 perfect wins like that, it's not going to happen. Look, he has never met resistance in any of his UFC fights. Every time he goes out there, he just runs right through people. What's going to happen when Khamzat runs into somebody that doesn't do exactly what he wants? What's going to happen when he tries to play out his game plan and what he wants to do turns into a nightmare? And that's what we're going to find out.
Dada, why? Why, Dada, why?
This is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you!
Sorry, sir.
Hey! Dada, why?
Business.
Oh.